Alright, so it's been a little while. Quick little update on the rental property. So, this is the front room, looking out basically 3 floors. So, anyway, all of this, everything is new. The doors, all of that. So, spray foam insulation, I've got a few places to go back through and touch back up. I found the center of the room by attaching a screw in each corner and tying a string to find the exact center. And here in just a bit, I'm gonna show y'all how a blind man frames in for ceiling fan boxes and then wires it all up to the switches. And my screen went dark. All right. So anyway, after further inspection, I realized that different things, like over here in this corner, I've got like the old telephone lines. I'm going to take the gang box off, cover it, make sure all the wires are connected, and stick that further in. The drywall is just going to cover that up. Everything runs on Wi-Fi anyway. It's not running on any of that. But I left the spray foam alone around the outlets. I still have to do all the outlets in this room, the front bedroom, and the drywall behind this has to come out as well. Those are the closets. Got all the doors de-nailed, all of that taped up, know exactly what goes where. So there's still electrical going on, but I pulled all the closets. I still have the closet rod and the board and there and the baseboard and then the carpet. Yeah, all of this is coming out, all the drywall too. So I'll get my screen back up. All right, so this is the hallway. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, all the air ducts have all been replaced, every bit of it. So I'll just show you that right quick. So, yeah, I got to pull this door out in the drywall, but let's see, I can get a little light in here. So, everything is new. Everything's been reframed, drywalled the walls, back walls, ceiling, all of that's been done. So, brand new inside unit. Brand new outside unit as well. Even have a float switch, all of that kind of stuff. And also had to get the plumbers in here to do the drain in the center of the 2 units. The drain was actually up higher, so water doesn't drain uphill. So that's been an issue since the property was built in 1972. Using the Ecobee, so I can do all that on my smartphone and through Alexa on both units. So yeah, heat and cold. Now the electrical in the hallway, I'm going to be replacing these with the 4-inch puck lights. So I've got a little electrical to do here. That's got to come down. Got to leave one wire here. I'm going to have one on that end and one on that end of the hallway. So some of this I'm also going to sturdy up. Being I've got the deck screws and all, I'm going to drill in through the studs in between just to, I mean, listen at some of this, right? So, well, it doesn't do it well that way. Let's see. I've already taken all of this loose. So anyway, yeah, some of the studs I'm going to tighten up a bit. Basically every stud, really. So, second room, right? So let me illustrate this. This is what I've been trying to do. The original boxes, I had to replace the boxes. Now first, with a double stud here, I had to cut this with a pair of tin snips and then drill this in. I'm probably just going to throw drywall screws in. The heads stick up way too much. I mean, I'm sure drywall can cover over that, but why make it that more difficult? So anyway, these only had one switch. So if you wanted to have a ceiling fan, you had to flip the switch and then pull the cord. I didn't like that. I've never really cared for that, so I added a second switch, double gang, and then a 12-3 wire. So what's here is 12-2 wire, but I added 12-3 wire to then go up to the center, the exact center of the room, and install a gang box onto that 2x6 stud that I have 3-inch deck screws on both sides with a T25. So that way, you know, Phillips, yeah, I can do it, but man, they strip sometimes. It's so much easier with the Torx bit, T25. So anyway, right, got all the power on, all the outlets replaced everywhere in this room and in the master bedroom. Now, like I was saying with the closet, I still have to pull all the sheetrock and the carpet out of this room, out of the closet, mainly because a little bit of mold up there. So I want to inspect all of that and pull that all down and go ahead and treat everything with the spray foam. It's closed cell spray foam, so it creates a moisture barrier, or a moisture barrier and an air barrier. And the biggest thing with soundproofing is that if you stop the air, you stop the flow of noise. So I'm also doing acoustical sealant before the drywall goes up and after the drywall goes in, before the baseboards go on. I'm doing flooring before the baseboards though. Baseboards and quarter round. So anyway, a lot of this, I went through reframing, doing a bunch of stuff. Now I can hang closet rod, or not closet rods, sorry. I can now hang curtains because I framed in a 2x6 right there and over there on every single window. I also blocked off underneath every stud, so that way this is now secure and level. Now I'm going to go through and I've already got spray foam around all the new windows, some of which I had to trim back off. They didn't do a good job of it, so anyway, it doesn't matter. I got spray foam anyway. But I'm going to fill in these cracks here with acoustical sealant as well. And I've got granite for the windowsills. So right now I'm trying to make an executive decision. When the drywall goes up, felt that now. I got to pull that. So when the drywall goes up, do I go ahead and have them finish the inside corners all the way around? Because I do intend on building boxes, but at the same time the drywallers are here now, might as well get them to go ahead and do it, I think. And then there's so much room here on the sides that 5/8 drywall and then, you know, 3/4 inch wood to go around to make a window box for then the windowsill to sit into. And like I said, I got granite windowsills when I had the kitchen and all redone. So, and the dogs are barking. So I got a little bit more to do here in the stairwell. So I got to pull the sheetrock on the ceiling, the insulation, spray foam that, pull that wall on the far, and the wall here on the left. So this is a complete redo, except for the bathrooms. I'm leaving the bathrooms alone. I done spent enough money. I haven't had revenue in over, what, 1.5 years now. So, yeah. And different other things, like the light switch is inside here. So that's such an awkward position. Most of the time it's like right inside the door here. I'm trying to make an executive decision. Do I go ahead, since this wall here is open, and I have access to the line, which I'm also doing putty pads on top of all the boxes as well. This also stops the airflow through where the wires go through, seals it up, and is also a fire retardant. So, and also, like, if you have, say, like over here, I added an additional outlet for the hallway, because for years it's been such a bear to try to, try to vacuum the flooring, and there's nowhere to plug into anywhere in the hallway. I mean, anywhere in the hallway. So for this instance, when drywall is on this stud, and then drywall is mounted onto this stud, then this will stop the noise transfer from here, like back to back within the same wall cavity. So even though I'm going to insulate all the interior walls as well with R13, in different spots like this, I'm going to fill in with spray foam because it's just too small, and I'd rather just knock it out. I have plenty of spray foam. So yeah, same thing, spray foam in here. I got a few spots to go back over and redo, but all of this is framed in and done well. And now for the boxes and all, I'm gonna do a separate video altogether on the boxes, how I installed all of these for ceiling fans to never have an issue ever again, because what was up here was just plastic gang boxes, and you can't attach a fan to that. I mean, the slightest movement and that fan's going flying. Imagine that in your sleep. So anyway, let's continue on. So I also have a closet in here. Same thing, all of this sheetrock is coming out. Now, separating in between the two units, I'm redoing the R19. It's 2x6 studded in between units. And then I'm not only running one sheet of 5x8, 5/8 drywall, I'm doing 5/8 drywall throughout, ceilings and walls for the soundproofing or sound deadening. However, the walls separating between the units, I'm adding 2 sheets of sheetrock on this side, the R19, and the acoustical sealant, and I'm doing the exact same on the opposing side, 2 sheets of 5/8 drywall on that side as well. So a few other things. I took out the speaker system, the intercom system. It was from 1972 as well, so very old and outdated. I'm about to come back through with a shop vac. I just got finished sweeping up a bit on the second floor. Can't stress that enough. You better sweep, you better vacuum, you better shop vac 50 million damn times. So yeah, I don't know if y'all caught that, but every single room upstairs has now been outfitted with a double gang, so that way now I have one for the light, and then the other, which is hot. I have no light bulb tied into it or whatever, but flip the other light switch and that controls the fan. So no more pulling cords. So yeah, this is the master closet. I just got finished removing all the woodwork and whatnot in here. All of the sheetrock's got to come out. Insulation as well, same as the ceilings. Now, in the closets, so in the master closet, I've got these in here now. So I'm going to be removing these two. Now I'm going to build a separate wall here in the center, 2x4 studded wall, 5/8 drywall and all of that, because I want equal sides. Because, I mean, the curtains, the clothes rods used to overextend and get bent and all of that kind of stuff. It's just too long. I don't know. What is that? Is that 12 foot? 14 foot? I don't know, but it was too far of a span. So anyway, I'm redoing all the closets as well, building a wall separating the two. But I'm going to do the puck lights in here. They're RGB lighting, and they're 4 inches. The same ones I'm doing 3 in the hallway upstairs and 3 in the hallway downstairs. And they're RGB, so I can control all the dimness of it. They are dimmable, so I'm gonna have them on dimmers as well. But they can also, you know, you can just say, you know, Alex A, dance lights or party lights or whatever you want. So, and have it programmed to, you know, you can even have it go to the music. It's really cool. And they're LED bulbs, LED RGB, so they're super energy efficient. But I think it's really cool, also cool, to me, a feature, you know, because I do like to throw parties and whatnot, and having party lights go off to the music and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be kind of cool, and also to be able to control the, not the Kelvin of the light. Well, I mean, with the dimmer you can, but, you know, also, well, more functionality. Anyway, so you're going to build a wall there. Each closet, even the walk-in closets over that way, are going to have the same 4-inch RGB, and they're all smart lights and all of that kind of stuff. I thought about doing them up in the corners. You know, I'm not going to do that, you know, in every room. I mean, I bought, what, 24 of them, but I got 2 duplexes to do. I'm sorry, 1 duplex to do, 2 houses. So this is 1,850 square feet. So I'm just walking y'all through about 1,000 square feet so far. But anyway, yeah, those are the putty pads down there. So got that. I gotta go back through, and everything electrically is done in this room and the middle room. It's just the front room. But I do want to put more of the putty pads onto the all the receptacles, the outlets and whatnot. Just a master bathroom, nothing fancy. I had to take the sheetrock out on the sides because of the granite, and also because all the new windows. So more so for the windows. But anyway, I'm gonna touch that up, you know, afterwards. I'm gonna redo the bathrooms next go around. Next renovation is going to be the bathrooms. It's just, excuse me, right now I need revenue. So again, all the doors marked, taped up, which one goes where. All the closet wood taped up, what goes where. However, some of it I just had to break. Most of it is salvageable. It's still good wood. So I'm just going to sand it down and repurpose it later. Make shelving and like cubby holes and whatnot in the closets over there. So yeah, and same thing. These closets, I'm going to have double sheetrock all the way throughout the entire house, separating each unit, and with R19 inside of it. If that is not enough for me to rock the house with the music and not hear it on this side, then what I'm going to do is build a false wall, like another 2x4 studded wall, and I'm going to sheetrock, double sheetrock on top of it. And I have the option to do that on both sides as well for further soundproofing between units. Next thing, I guess the flooring. All of this plywood subfloor is original. But you're going to notice I got cracks everywhere. I mean, like good gaps. They make a product for that, for wooden subfloors, to making basically air seal from the upstairs to the downstairs. Again, you stop the transfer of air, you stop the transfer of sound. But you'll hear, you'll also see I got different spots. That's for different squeaks. There it is. So from downstairs, I'll show you a product in a minute. I'm going to be using PL Premium. It's a caulk. It's like a liquid nails, but liquid nails on steroids. And then I'm going to frame a 2x6 up in there. And then they make a special flooring screw. And then I'm going to screw that in down here and then not step on it up here for 24 hours. Let each one dry. each squeak is going to be like, over here is another, but all along the seam, really. So I'm going to do the exact same thing there. I'll show you the process and the way that I stop squeaks that way. However, you'll notice, well, you'll be able to notice, but on the floor, bright gold screws are every 4 inches on the floor joists leading into the first floor. And you go down below on the first floor and you look back up at it, and just to see that, you know, your screw actually did go inside of the stud to make a good seal. But yeah, there's still a couple of squeaks. I'm gonna knock all that out with the PL Premium. I'm also gonna do the PL Premium in the wood flooring screws. It comes in a T25. However, between the coarse threads, there are spikes. Now they're no longer offered at this Lowe's. So now I have to go to Lowe's.com, and yes, they're still available to purchase. So I'm gonna go ahead and purchase enough to complete this and a little bit on next door. We've already gone through 1,000 square feet on this second floor and did a screw on every 4 inches, but as you just witnessed, still a few squeaks around. And like I said, I got them all marked off with the X's with the tape. Now here, there's a spray foam and all I've been using. I just treated this window. This window here has had water leaks for quite a while. A lot of this was rotten. I had to replace the 2x4 on the top. Again, I braced every one of them. Now beforehand, I went through, and on top of this one, because of the water damage, I went ahead and I did that. I sprayed that in Kills. So every one of these, just to make sure if anything was growing or whatnot. I mean, yeah, I bleached everything before and all of that good stuff, but just a good coat of Kills on top of it. Just, you know, there was an issue here. A lot of this, I can probably show you pictures, whatnot, that I've taken before, but all of this was rotted out of this fiberboard behind the studs. Water was leaking in there and then leaking downstairs as well. All of that, I held the gun down below and sprayed spray foam all down the cavity. Went through 2 cans, let that go down in between the cavity, and then come back the next day and it's all grown up over this. Now, the windows and all, they work excellent. So there's no slippage or any of that. It's not gonna expand to where it's in a confined space and then bow the window at that point. Granted, you went all the way around, then that might be a different issue for you at that point. But this was just from underneath, sealed it off, went back through with a razor knife, cut it all back. And all of this I spray painted with the Kills as well. So you just get a piece of cardboard, hold it up in place and spray your Kills. So I got a little bit of overspray, not much of the Kills. It's more so I didn't tape all of this off when I did all of this closed cell spray foam. So this is really good stuff. And this is by Acfix. So the Acfix Thermocoat, I ordered several cases of this. I don't know, like $4,000 or $5,000 worth of it. So a little small can, but you'd be surprised does well. You know, get the, any cleaner will clean out your guns just to keep them clean and replace your tips, clean them up. But yeah, one of these professional spray guns works great with that, and with the tips that they give, the spray tips. So yeah, that's about it for this old house. This has been Bob Vila on another complete house tear down renovation. where damn near everything is new. Just the 2 bathrooms upstairs. Even the bathroom downstairs, a half bath's getting replaced. You know what? Let's make it a video, you know? Let's go for a little walk. Let's go get our drink first, though. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Margarita, strawberry. I'm gonna need my sunglasses too. All right. Also, something else. If you're doing electrical, go ahead and get your kid's skateboard. I don't have a kid. I used to skateboard. I even skateboarded all the way up until 2008. So I was born in 76. So rock on. Damaged my knees and ankles and so many damn times. All right. So anyway, right here for the flooring, you want to put a level on your flooring to make sure that it's nice and flat. This is not. Someone tried to do a repair here. They cut this out so many times. There's probably y'all can probably tell that just from the video here. So I'm gonna cut all of this out just with a skill saw and pry it all up and then knock out any braces or supports that they had built previously. And then I'm just gonna replace this with one whole sheet. I'm gonna frame up underneath. I'm gonna show y'all another video on how I brace up a floor from underneath to stop these squeaks. I'm gonna show y'all all of that. The carpet, being that I'm legally blind, but anyone, you know, I mean, it could be a drunken stupor. This is 14 steps to just fall down, right? So, I mean, I want to do like the lights that go off by motion on the stairwell. I want that, but the carpet, I'm only gonna have carpet on the stairs and this landing, and it's gonna stop here. All of this whole floor, closets too, is all gonna be like a light color oak vinyl. I'm going back and forth on vinyl and laminate. I mean, because I like a shiny floor. I really do. I know it's a little more slippery and all, but I like light because there's the squeaks. And also I'm gonna do the same thing on these steps, but I'm also gonna add bracing in between the 2-bys. There's 3, even though this is a small staircase. There's 1 in the center and 1 on each end. So, but I'm gonna brace in between that, and then I'm also gonna do the PL premium on all that, as far as the type of caulk. So that's gonna kill all the noise or the squeaks in the floor. And the trick is you glue it and screw it, and that's how you stop squeaks. If you can screw it and you can not stop the squeaks. You just witnessed that. I got a screw every 4 inches. Same thing on the stairs. So you have to glue it and screw it and not step on it for like 24, 48 hours, whatever. Take a day off. Do it on a weekend. But same thing, like with the 2-way light switches. These, being with my visual impairment, I'm gonna have them light up. Lowe's does not carry them. The Orange people neither. And so I go to Amazon.com for that, and I go to the Eaton the Eaton store, EATON. All right, so Eaton store on Amazon. So I had to replace the battery right quick. So anyway, all of that's gonna go back through with this, the PL Premium. So by Loctite. So the PL3X Premium. You do this on those stairs and floor squeaks and no mas. So excellent product. And also this over here, sell this at the box store. This is a floor patch. So I got the small one. It's like 10 bucks, you know, for a pail, maybe 11 bucks, whatever. To cover all of the seams that are on the plywood subfloor from the second floor. So up top, you go ahead and you smooth it out, and it fills in the seams. So like a screen went dark. All right. So again, you prevent the you stop the flow of air, you stop the flow of sound. So next thing, this stuff, mass loaded vinyl. This goes down on the second floor. It's about $1,500, $1,700. Highly recommend it before laying your vinyl flooring or laminate flooring on the second floor on a plywood subfloor. This stuff here, this is the 1 pound. So the 1 pound, this right here, it's very heavy. Get someone to help you carry it. But you lay this down underneath your flooring, and that stops all the dum 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 dum. So all of the pitter patter of little feet on the second floor, this product here stops that. So highly recommend that. Now let's see. Yeah, we're still going. All right. So it's not the SD card. All right, all the wood, all of that needs to go next door. Same thing with all the doors. Get all of this other paintings and shit from my childhood. There's old Omnibot. Check that guy out. Equipped with a cassette player, man. Got a cassette player in that thing. Still works too. Anyway, it needs a battery in the back, but whatever. Question. All right. So usually in the corners of a property, in the stud drilled into the concrete slab, you'll usually find an expansion bolt, an anchor bolt that you tighten down. This house does not have that. Now I have a hammer drill, and I'm thinking of going ahead and doing that in every single corner, because here, when you're prone to hurricanes, if you don't have that in every corner, say a tidal surge or a wave or whatever it may be, you'll find your property, your house, your structure halfway on the slab and halfway laying in the front yard. Very important to do that. And I got something else to run by y'all too. A few things actually. But anyway, so everything is squared off. So this is going to be a foyer with porcelain tile and a border that goes around. But that's going to be for a chandelier. Again, that's not framed in. I just rough cut that in, hammered it in with a hammer in the place to go ahead and mount that a ceiling fan box, but I wanted a heavy duty box for a chandelier, you know. So, but these you'll be able to swing from them. Again, I'm gonna do another video on how I install those, so that way y'all get an idea of what you're looking at to do that to, and then also on the rewiring, because again, that's gonna be to a dimmer for the chandelier. I want a dimmer on the outside. I want lighted, you know, illuminated light switches, that kind of stuff going on. In here, the center of the room, I have to measure out on each side, because I'm gonna add a fan gang box over here and a ceiling fan gang box over here. I want 2 ceiling fans in this room. So I gotta run 12-3 wire through there, because that was the chandelier. This used to be a living room, dining room connection, but it makes more sense to have it more of a large gathering place right at the foot of the stairs. A few other things. All of the air ducts, all of that was done. Now here I'm also replacing this to a 3-gang box to extend this out. I don't like the switches left right. Now one of these does the outlets over on the far wall. I'm gonna add another one to the right of the window over there, so that way I can have a light in the corner as well. That's controlled by a switch here, but also mainly by the front door, because at the front door late at night, whatever, you come inside, you can flip the switch and the lights will turn on right there. I mean, also at the chandelier, but whatever. Gives a different entrance. I like it. So anyway, ceiling in the hallway, same thing with the puck lights. Gonna be removing this and installing 3 of those other lights. That's the what do you call that? The RGB lighting. The screen keeps going dark on me. I have to keep checking if I'm recording. All right. So that stopped recording again. So I don't know what y'all saw, but this is not code. Do not do this with your lamp cables. This is a live wire connected to that outlet. This is not code. Do not do this. Make sure you always use Romex inside of a wall. Do not do that. That's not code. You will fail. Also, do not do this. This is not code either. If you make a junction, you have to have a junction box inside the wall. Also, do not do this. This is some Hurricane Katrina bullshit here. You will fail. Have to go through the center of the stud, not on the outside, and then just force it in there. Nor is this code. So cut that wire, drill a hole in a different spot, and run that wire through, and then connect it, put a junction box. So anyway, it just a lot of stupid shit that I have to fix in this place, but not too bad. And again, I got a spray foam insulation on all the perimeter exterior walls. All the interior walls are getting R13. I'm doing 2 layers of R13, separating floors because it's more fiberglass than just doing a single R19. More fiberglass also means more sound dispersion. Also something else, the water heater. This line here, this copper line, gets cold and it's hot inside of your house. Make sure that if you have any kind of water line, any sort of copper line, make sure you put that pipe wrap over this before you put your insulation. Now that's just a drain. I'll show you. That's just a drain for the water to come out. That's it. That's an overflow drain. Not an overflow. What do you call that? A pressure relief. So that way then your water heater, your water heater won't blow up as long as you have one of these valves installed. That's what that is. Just running out. But that is a potential issue. Make sure you wrap it well before putting any insulation in that wall, because that will cause moisture or condensation in the wall on your insulation. So yeah, those squeaks up above. This is what I'm talking about. Right there, all of that, where those seams are, that's the floor repair that I'm going to do on top of the plywood subfloor. But also I'm going to brace in between up underneath this, and I'm going to show you all how to do all that as well. So yeah, that has been an episode of this old house. Yeah, next door, I'm in the middle of doing a bunch, all the woodwork and the doors and all go next door. So and on this, I'm doing R19 in between these wall cavities, separating units. Then I'm doing 2 layers of drywall on this side, the exact same on the other side. If it still has noise transfer, if I'm not happy with that, I'll build an additional 2x4 studded wall and and put R13 inside of that 2x4 wall, then do 2 layers of 5/8 drywall on that side, and I have the ability to do that on both sides. So yeah, 2 sheets of 5/8 upstairs and downstairs, separating units. Let's see. This right here is half bathroom, which is empty. And this up in here is the top of the stairwell, the landing. So I got to go in here and do some framing out of that when I cut the plywood from the second floor. Also, your water pipes, make certain that you get those 1/2-inch copper water tie downs. Make certain of that. So that way, anytime you flush the toilet or turn the water off, your pipes don't rattle. That's the main purpose. Tie them down. Take that extra step. So right in here where I had to take the ceiling out of the bathroom because of the air conditioning above, but all the drywall in here is coming out too. So all of this is coming out. Doors as well. And I'll be replacing that fan in the bathroom as well. New work, so I'll be showing y'all that as well. So, a few more things coming. Yeah, and the doorbell. But yeah, a few more things coming on this old house, and I'll keep y'all updated. So this has been a walkthrough of Southwood. My screen keeps going dark, but whatever. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. I may edit this, I may not, I don't know, may just throw it out there. But this has been for your entertainment, pleasure, and purposes. And also tune in, we have a crypto show if you want to learn a little about crypto and what's more so going on geopolitically and, across borders, whatnot, from the U.S. to the EU. Different regulation, different legislation that is coming about. And, yeah, well, I mean, we do that every Thursday. So every Thursday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 10 p.m. London. So tune in for that. Chime in, ask a question, open comments. Oh, one last thing before I leave, or before I let y'all go. So on the right, these 3 over here on the right, those are vinyl plank. These right here are the same. I'm thinking this is laminate. So as far as the color choices, that's what I'm guessing. Because I was going to do marble here for the foyer, but I'm not anymore. I'm going to go with a porcelain that looks like marble. It looks better than marble. It looks better than all the marble that I've seen to be able to install here. I'm also going to do a 4-foot by 4-foot section of porcelain at the back door as well. Yep. So anyway, just another episode of this old house. This was going to be Southwood in not too much longer, so I got a lot of work yet, but not too bad of work. And just 1 foot in front of the other and keep it moving. So anyway, with that, y'all have a good one. Go make it a day. Love you all. Later.